Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Janibek Alimkhanuly. He's 182 centimeters tall with a reach of 182 centimeters. And he'll be facing Joe Calzaghe, the pride of Wales. He weighed in at 75 kilos bang on. He's 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 185.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Janibek Alimkhanuly, one of the most decorated amateurs in the history of the sport, 300 wins and only 7 losses. It's no wonder they call him the pride of Wales. Joe Calzaghe, one of the best fighters in UK history. The former super middleweight and light heavyweight champion of the world is the pride of Wales, and no one has been able to beat him.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Zelandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh style, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the renowned unified world champion with a remarkable undefeated career, introducing the 2-division champion of the world and boxing's pride of Wales, please welcome Joe, the Italian Dragon Calzaghe.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. The left hook scores. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Good counter punch. Throws the jab but does not score. Well done with that counter shot. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with the hook. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges...
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
fighters completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Your footwork has to be on point when you're fighting a swarmer. If it's not, you're going to get caught in the corner and beaten up.
They will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Now it's a tougher fight and he's going to be confident.
And there's the bell to start round 3. So
drawn into a fight, not yet, not until your senses have come back.
big whiff with the right hook. Missing with the hook. The perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. And they figure out the combination to this safe. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter shot lands. Nice exchange here from both men. Left hook just missed. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Birdie, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. Let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brains.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter punch caught him clean. Just missed with that jab. Catch and shoot. This fight has a real good flow to it. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
misses with that straight left. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Janibek that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Focus on what you do. Good work.
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. Misses with the straight left. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Punch, counter punch. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. So much firepower here. Holding nothing back here in the round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave.
Let's start the 6th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He threw a punch and just got countered. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Janibek that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
Listen, we switched up. What do you do?
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster.
A hard night tonight for the judges.
His stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they have...
He's not. All right, now you're switching up.
And we enter the 8th round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. To see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Janibek that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of defense here at all. And he misses with that straight. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. How much cardio?
Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there.
And there's the bell to start round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look like these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
So far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared.
Great round.
And there's the bell to start round 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
And he scores with the counter. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Oh, and that changes everything, and down they go. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Incredible work rate. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round.
Switch on.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down.
Switch back on. Get focused. Put your mind back on the job.
This has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle now. He's got a bluffer.
Beautiful counter punch. That jab doesn't score. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
How about that time counter shot? Misses with the straight left. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Misses with the straight left. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.